Alright, ladies, gentlemen, and kids, today, thanks to Right Now Power Sports here in Boulder Highway, today I will be riding the Versys-X 300. It's the entry-level Versys model, basically here in the United States or North America, or maybe worldwide. Basically, this is some sort of a take-two moment, because I was riding this yesterday, but my mic doesn't work. I am riding the totally new Versys-X 300, a 300cc Versys. Let's see how this bike really rides. Same as all adventure touring. Get into the pegs. The engine is based on a Ninja 300, one of the best sport bikes for beginners. If you didn't understand the words that I was saying, on my previous video, now my bike is working, everything worked well right, and now I'll be riding this bike again. So I rated this bike yesterday. I had some sort of opinion on it, but this time there will be this time with a clearer audio. So I apologize on that, folks, but here we go. We're just waiting for Gandalf to give us a signal. Now we go now. Low speed ability on the Versys, the 300X, is very good. I like the way it handles. And it's a Revy engine. Basically, it came from a Ninja 300 engine, sport bike. But you have a higher seating position, a more comfortable seating position. It's a Revy engine. If you like to squeeze the heck out of it, this engine will deliver. Wind resistance, it doesn't bubble my head too much. It's very smooth. It's a perfect commuter bike. I have no qualms about it. See, we're dealing this crosswind. You can see some dust in there. It handles it pretty good. And I can attest to you on highway speeds, it does very good. It flicks very nicely. It leans very nice too. See? It's very balanced, very solid bike, despite of its smaller size compared to the regular Versys 650. Plus, it doesn't vibe too much compared to the 650. Of course, the ergonomics of the 650 is somewhat comfortable. I call it a mini multistrada or multistrada junior. This bike is livelier than the 650. The only chief rival on this bike, I think, is the CRF250 Rally. It's a flared version of the venerable dirt bike. Almost overshooted that corner. Gotta look ahead. Okay. The gear shifter is very tactile. I like it. But the clutch is on the deep side though. This engine loves to rev. Same as the 650 version. One of the advantages riding a smaller displacement bike is you can ring it out to hell and you're not even breaking any laws. As I mentioned in the previous video, this bike is an automotive equivalent to the Hachiroku, and I still stand by those because it's functional, it gives the good gas mileage, it revs the hell out of it, and it's still fun to ride. Although the Versys-X, you can still bring it off-road, so there's not much an automotive equivalent to that one, to that specific attribute. The foot pegs, I'm flat-footed, but the pegs obstruct my shin and leg area. The suspension sags a bit once in a while, but it's not that bad. It's expected for a adventure touring bike like this. And on low revs, it chugs along like a usual dirt bike. But it takes time to keep up speed. See, everyone is leaving me behind. Basically, besides the Ninja 300, which is Gandalf is riding right now, I'm basically outclassed on the power department. And of course, yours truly is a real noob, a rookie rider, so they'll still out-handle me also. So I'm not gonna push any boundaries or anything like that. But this bike is so tossable. It's very, very beautiful to ride. It's a good everyday commuting style bike. It won't beat you up. It won't stress you down. Sure, the vibes are evident. It has that Versys straight at certain revs. But once you give it the juices on it, it's a good experience. It has that character that some Versys models have. Just like the Vulcan S over there, the seats will give, on certain pair of jeans, it will give you a little wedgie at some point. That's not a complaint, actually. It's part of the bike's character. As you can see right now, rev matching is pretty good. Not many bikes of this type of displacement are that smooth when it becomes to rev match. First gear has that twitchy notchy. The rear brakes are a little spongier than normal, but it delivers feel. Same goes with the front brakes too. So right now we're ringing it up 10k RPM. It sings to you, but it's too quiet to notice with a stock exhaust. But if you hear it really well, you will hear some Ninja 300 music in it. But you're not riding in a sport bike position, which I prefer. This bike, I highly recommend this bike for a total noob rider like me. Actually, I like this bike. If I ever get the chance, I will buy this bike. For sure, for real. Well, unlike the previous ride yesterday, this ride is a lot shorter, which is YouTube friendly. But again, I would like to thank Kawasaki North America in association with American Motorcycle Association and Right Now Power Sports here in Boulder Highway in Las Vegas or Henderson or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, and this is the Versys-X 300. Let's do the routine. Kickstand down. It's a little bit hard to find the kickstand. As any adventure touring bikes, use the pegs. Just a little walk around. It has standard anti-lock brakes, which is good. MSF, it's a very MSF friendly bike. I like it. Totally recommended.